Are you a guy struggling with symptoms of low testosterone? Like low, sluggish energy, no motivation, and lack of productivity, despite having tried seemingly everything? Well then, this is the video for you. Over the past 8 years, I've tried over 100 different supplements, and I've narrowed it down to the top 7 best supplements to boost testosterone, which I'm going to share with you in this video. These actually do work, with evidence that I have to prove that they work by showing how I increased my testosterone to over 700 nanograms per deciliter, which I did while in a relationship and working on building my business, without sacrificing my favorite foods or my happiness. So without further ado, if you're interested in more content like this, be sure to hit that big red subscribe button and smash the like button. Now, you will see a link to every single product that I mentioned in the video description box below with special discount links to all of my viewers. Let's get right into it. Number 1 is actually one of the first testosterone boosting supplements that I ever tried. The herb that I'm talking about, or rather mushroom, is called Cordyceps. Cordyceps mushroom is a rare medicinal mushroom that's been used throughout ancient Chinese medicine for over thousands of years, and it's been studied more recently for its effects on boosting testosterone and other related male hormones. How it works is multi-pronged. Its main active ingredient, called cordycepin, resembles ATP, the main energy currency in our bodies. By supporting optimal ATP levels, Cordyceps mushroom has the ability to increase the functioning of all of our vital organs, including our liver health, our brain health, but also our kidneys, adrenals, and testes, to help optimize your hormone levels, like testosterone, by lowering cortisol, the main stress hormone in the body. In addition, Cordyceps also has a high 5-alpha reductase activity. 5-alpha reductase is an enzyme in our bodies responsible for the conversion of testosterone into dihydrotestosterone. Dihydrotestosterone, or DHT as it's known, is the most powerful androgen in the male human body. It's 4 times more powerful than testosterone alone, and is responsible for increasing those key male traits, like deepening of the voice, facial hair, muscle growth, and more. DHT gives you that alpha feeling, to give you that confidence that you need to walk into any room and exude power. For me, Cordyceps personally gives me performance-enhancing abilities and cognitive benefits. Next up, the second herb that I'm talking about is one that's become more popular as of recent, Tonga Ali, or Malaysian ginseng. This herb is very powerful for not only increasing testosterone levels, which has been shown to do in a dose-dependent manner, but also by optimizing estrogen levels. Estrogen, the male-female hormone, wreaks havoc on your testosterone levels in men when in excess. Similar to Cordyceps, Tonga Ali also crushes cortisol, that main stress hormone that I talked about earlier. Tonga Ali's effects are very noticeable, but for me, Tonga Ali made me very irritable. Now, it has been shown to increase muscle gain and strength, which makes sense because all it makes you want to do is rage. So now you see why it's all the rage. Numero tres, next up, is one of the most popular supplements ever created by mankind, but not as known for its hormone boosting effects. You've probably never thought of this supplement as a testosterone booster. What I'm talking about is aspirin. Believe it or not, short-term aspirin usage has been shown to not only increase testosterone levels, but also optimize estrogen levels and lower cortisol levels, similar to all the other herbs that I've mentioned so far. However, prolonged daily use of high dosages of aspirin have been shown to have the opposite effects. For me, low-dose aspirin in combination with using some of the other herbs that I mentioned on this list for up to a few weeks at a time has been able to produce the best effects for me to further support your hormones by optimizing your metabolism, thanks to aspirin's anti-inflammatory and pro-thyroid effects, and by supporting Leydig cell function. Leydig cells, found in the testes, are responsible for the majority of testosterone production in the male human body. And inflammation caused by oxidative stress can result in abnormal or irregular Leydig cell function, which can be counteracted by antioxidants, like aspirin and many other supplements on this list, including my next one, which pairs nicely with aspirin. Coming in at number 4 is Shilajit. Shilajit, which stems from the Sanskrit meaning conqueror of mountains and destroyer of weakness, lives up to its name by boosting testosterone levels in men by over 20% in multiple human clinical randomized studies, and by increasing DHEA levels by over 30%. DHEA is the precursor to testosterone and all of our other male hormones, including DHT, which I mentioned earlier. How Shilajit works is actually quite magical, as seen in one study that looked at Shilajit's pro-fertility effects on cadmium-induced infertile mice, which found that Shilajit not only completely restored all parameters of fertility, like increasing sperm counts and sperm quality, but it also increased testosterone levels through a lesser known pathway in the body by upregulating key enzymes in the testes that are responsible for the conversion of cholesterol into DHEA, that precursor that I just mentioned, and then into all of our other hormones, including testosterone. Shilajit contains something known as fulvic acid. Fulvic acid contains over 14 tetratrillion electrons to either donate or receive, making it one of the strongest antioxidants known to mankind. This is what scientists believe gives Shilajit its healing properties. By being an antioxidant, fulvic acid helps to reduce oxidative stress-induced inflammation in the body, specifically in the testes, to help again support Leydig cell function. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Shilajit is best paired with aspirin, with studies showing their synergistic protective effect. When consumed with aspirin, Shilajit not only helps to increase cellular respiration for increased ATP production and overall energy levels, but it also ameliorates any aspirin-induced intestinal bleeding, and by helping to increase the integrity of the gut wall lining, to reduce any inflammation in the gut, to improve our microbiome and overall health of our gut, which has a direct effect on our testosterone levels. Next up, number 5 is one of my favorite testosterone boosting herbs of all time. It's right up there with Shilajit in my opinion, in terms of its potent effects and hormone boosting abilities. The herb I'm talking about is known as Cistanche tubulosa. Cistanche has been used for thousands of years and is extremely powerful for many reasons. One being because of its ability to increase something known as ghrelin. Ghrelin is our body's main hunger hormone. And by increasing ghrelin, Cistanche has the ability to increase something known as human growth hormone, or HGH, known among bodybuilders for its anabolic effects. So if you don't mind having an extra appetite, Cistanche may be able to take your human growth potential to the next level. On top of that, to add to its potency, one of Cistanche's many main chemical constituents, known as echinacea, has the ability to again optimize Leydig cell function by increasing some of those same key enzymes as Shilajit involved in hormonal conversions in the testes, to supercharge your overall hormonal production and to take your performance up a notch, giving you more vitality than ever before. Now, before I get into the last 2 supplements on this list, which I perhaps saved the best for last, I do want to ask for your subscription. It's free and really helps support the channel, so thank you in advance. Number 6 is less of a supplement. It's a food. But not just any food. It's a very special food that I haven't heard nearly anybody talking about. This food is called sorghum syrup. Sorghum syrup is perhaps one of the most anabolic foods out there that you've probably never heard of. Sorghum syrup comes from the sorghum grain, and it's known by the people who eat it for its vitality boosting effects, specifically in West Africa, which is the #1 consumer of sorghum in the world, which also happens to be by chance the country with the #1 highest DHT levels in the world. Probably a coincidence, right? No. This is thanks to sorghum syrup's high 5-alpha reductase activity, a key enzyme that I mentioned all the way back in number 1, involved in the conversion of testosterone into DHT. DHT being crucial during puberty for its ability to turn adolescent boys into full-grown male adults. And since it's a food, sorghum syrup is naturally high in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, like magnesium, zinc, and calcium, that have been shown to increase testosterone levels, to further enhance your hormonal production and increase your energy levels. Sorghum syrup is one of those gems that I've personally found increases my mental and physical resilience like nothing else can, while increasing my productivity and motivation levels off the charts. Of course, in combination with a healthy diet, exercise, and sleep. And speaking of foods, this last one is another food that's almost rarely talked about as sorghum syrup. This food I'm talking about is called royal jelly. Royal jelly is a special food created by worker bees to be eaten only solely by the queen bee. It allows her to live up to 40 times longer than the other worker bees. Thanks to its special proteins, royal jelly has been shown to supercharge testosterone levels in men by increasing the conversion of DHEA into testosterone and all of our other male hormones. Royal jelly helps to increase testosterone levels at the source, thanks to its ability to optimize Leydig cell function, and by reducing inflammation caused by oxidative stress in the testes, thanks to its strong antioxidant properties. Use these 2 foods in combination with these other herbs and notice the effects for yourself. Now, I do have to say that royal jelly does taste kind of weird. It's something that you honestly have to try out for yourself. It's like a yellowish, goopy hot sauce. By that I mean it has a slight, spicy, mild flavor, but But aside from that, the performance effects and visual enhancement effects are quite noticeable, which makes sense because of its cognitive boosting abilities. When I took it, it felt like everything around me was crystal clear. I had a better mood and was more able to learn things easily. It truly felt amazing. Now, that does wrap up my list, but I did want to throw in some other noteworthy supplements. And just because they didn't make it to the list does not mean that they don't work. Actually, quite the opposite. The first honorable mention is magnesium. Over 80% of the population is deficient in magnesium. Magnesium is involved in over 300 chemical processes in our bodies, including the creation of free testosterone, which is important to note is different from your total testosterone levels. By increasing our free testosterone levels, magnesium has the ability to increase the actual usable testosterone in our bodies. The other noteworthy mention that I wanted to make is an herb that I have personally not tried yet, but am excited to, and that herb is Fedosia agrestis. Fedosia has recently become popular thanks to Dr. Andrew Huberman, which he showed its limited research showing its ability to increase testosterone levels in rats like crazy. Have you tried these out for yourself? Let me know in the comment section below. And which one is your favorite? Let's keep this conversation alive. And if you enjoyed this video and want to try these herbs out for yourself, be sure to subscribe, as well as check out the description box below for more information and special discount links, as well as to subscribe to my free newsletter called The High Vibe Tribe. For more from me. Thanks for watching, and until next time.